Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to do a foundation review. I got two new foundations and a few new products, as you can see here. And these are the two new foundations that I am thinking about trying. I think we're going to go with this one today. And I have a few more products. Let me just give you the lineup right now of what we're gonna talk about.
Lineup close up. So as you can see, this is like a really sparkly, shimmery shade. This one is a matte and very neutral color. There's the blush. These were the two new CATRICE foundations that I have gotten. I think we're gonna go with True Skin. And then here's my brand new JeffreeStar Cosmetics. I got two of the newest nude shades. I got Jeffree's Nudes and Libra Lynn. And here is a comparison between I'm Nude and Jeffree's Nude. So as you can see, it's Jeffree's Nudes is a little bit more ashy toned. Close-up of the blush, very cute, very neutral color. There is some interesting veining. And you know, perhaps it's the oils and the waxes, like the residue on top, but I just thought I would point that out. It's not going to detract me from still trying this product, but it's a really cute little compact, isn't it? It's like almost like vintage.
Both of those foundations are actually brand new to CATRICE. I love their HD formula. That's one of my top favorite foundations. I use that a lot for my Instagram looks, and I really like their concealer. Their concealer is actually pretty darn good. So I'm going to give both of those a try, but today we're going to go with the True Skin foundation because I am really curious. It said on a lot of the reviews that I looked at on Ulta.com, it said there were like mixed reviews, a lot of mixed reviews. I like researching a product before I buy it, like especially a foundation or a concealer is something that's really important. We gotta know what we're, you know, investing our money in, and we gotta know like if it's gonna work the way that we think before we just like waste money, especially these days. So anyways, this says that it's a hydrating foundation because of the hyaluronic acid in it. But I did, however, notice on a couple of the reviews that it said that it dried people's skin out. So I did some more investigating and looked, and I believe it's because of the talc in the formula that perhaps people are experiencing a dryness. So what I'm thinking, what I'm curious to find out is if it does actually make your skin dry after you remove it, or does it just make your skin feel dry while you're wearing it? There is hyaluronic acid in it, so it's not lying. There is that in the formula. So oh, it's right here. So there's talc in it. Yeah, dimethicone. So it's going to be like smoothing. There's watermelon seed oil and then hyaluronic acid. So there's also hexylene glycol in it, which is, I believe, the ingredient used in micellar water to help remove your makeup. So I feel like it should have somewhat of a softening feel to this formula. So I'm actually very, very curious. We're going to try this one today because I want to see if it makes my skin feel dry or hydrated. So we are going to try this. This actually says on the bottle, it says True Skin but Better. Hydrating foundation with hyaluronic acid and watermelon seed oil leaves a perfectly even skin tone and natural matte finish. Medium to high coverage with a comfortable skin feeling, dermatologically approved. Okay, so we're going to put this to the test to see if it has a medium to high coverage. We're going to test that. We're going to test the hydration, and we're going to test the tone to see if it has like a nice tonal coverage. So we're going to test that today. And then we are also going to try this Rare Beauty blush. As I showed you already, this is a nearly neutral. And the reason why this intrigued me is, I'm going to read it because it says on the box, let me get the box. It says, breakthrough formula delivers a weightless wash of soft focus color that melts upon contact for a second skin finish. So I am curious how this works under powder and over powder, and if it stays and if it blends. So this is why I got this product. I really want to try it for more neutral days. And then on Sephora.com, I found it interesting that it says it's a breakthrough mistake-proof liquid-like cream blush that melts into a second skin for the most natural looking wash of color. It's first of its kind. Okay. Water-resistant blush combines pigments with a non-greasy blend of weightless oils and spherical powders for a natural flush you can't mess up. Okay, that is a big claim with cream blush and gel blushes. So yeah, we're gonna put that one to the test. So yeah, I'm like super curious about the formulation. I'm really excited to try my 2 brand new JeffreeStar Cosmetics liquid lipsticks, because these are the best liquid lipsticks on the market, and I'm really excited to try these 2 new colors. I did not get the entire vault because I have literally so many that like they're coming out of my ears already. So, but I did wanted to try some of the new colors in the vault, so I got Libra Lynn and Jeffree's Nude. So we're gonna do Libra Lynn. Okay. And last but not least, I ordered some Danessa Myricks products. I really like them. I haven't used them in a while, but I really love these Color FX. Yeah, Color FX. These they sent me for free, and this color, this is Ballerina, and it's a shimmer, and this is exposed, and this is a matte. What's great about these formulas is you can put them anywhere. Lips, cheeks, eyes, anywhere. So I'm gonna actually use the 2 cool new shades free shades that they sent me, and we're gonna do a very simple eye look because I want it to look really neutral with the Libra Lynn. And because this is not a powder, this is a cream, we're not gonna have to worry about fallout and all that kind of stuff. We're just gonna blend, 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 and have a nice, beautiful, easy, fun makeup application day. So let's get started. I'm going to use a nice primer. I'm going to use my Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas Primer and with my brush. And I like to use the same brush for application of my foundation just because I think it smooths it out a little bit more. So yeah, let's just add. And I also wanted to mention that for skincare, I have already used my eye cream and my moisturizer for the day, and you want to make sure that that sets 25 minutes before you do anything, because you need that much time for it to melt into the skin and blend into the skin, and that way you're not mixing formulas too much. If you put your foundation on and even your primer on right after putting your foundation on, it's not going to stay. You're not going to get an accurate finish on your skin. So as being a skincare professional for a long time, I highly recommend that when you do your moisturizer, that you make sure you let it set for a minimum of 25 minutes. Okay, so it has a nice little pump. Just gonna pump out. It might be a little bit light, this shade, for me, but I'm actually been really wanting to go a little bit lighter. I feel so fair, but so, oh yeah, that is very light. And I'm noticing that it feels like it's gripping onto the primer really good. Like I already feel it like sticking, which I think is a good sign, don't you think? Ooh, that's very light. Whoa. Okay, this is Neutral Ivory 002. So we're gonna have to, use like a lot of bronzer today. first impressions is that it's very, very, like, it's powdery, kind of like, as you can see, I'm not crazy about how it's spreading for me. Like, I like foundation to be like just this, like, oh, it's so nice and beautiful and like fun. Like, I'm a tactile person. I like to like feel and like, you know, see how the paint is going on. And this is, it's definitely even, but I'm having to spread it around a little bit to get the edges smooth. But I'm gonna go get a sponge right now. Okay, so far I have a couple thoughts. I'm liking how even it is. I don't normally take foundation all the way like everywhere, but I'm noticing that this formula, I actually like it. I actually like that I can bring it all the way over my eye. I mean, look at that. It actually looks like, I mean, you saw what my eyes looked like before. Like, they were like, woo, you need some concealer, you need to like, you know, color correct or something. But look at that. Like, just with the sponge, I was able to completely color correct and cover up everything on my eyes, like above and below. So I'm liking that. We'll see, like with the bronzer and stuff, like maybe it's the right color. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit too light, the color, but I feel like it can work. But like I said, that's one of the things that I've noticed that I'm liking so far, is I'm liking that it's very good coverage. Woo, if I ever do some like ghost makeup, I know what color to grab, don't I? Like, my whole face like looks pretty even. Okay, so it's definitely very even. It does actually feel hydrating. The interesting thing is that it does also feel like not dry. I feel like it feels like you already had set it with powder. Like, it already feels like set. Like, I feel like it almost doesn't really need to be set. But I actually like the finish. I might just get like a warmer color. Okay, so I used a cream bronzer, sort of contour-ish. It kind of is a cross between the two. It's my RMS. And I'm going to set my concealer a little bit with some powder, but I'm going to avoid the cheek area because we're using the blush next. I'm going to use a very light bronzer because we need to warm this face up. I feel like this color is so light. It's pretty though. I like the color, but I think it's like, maybe I'm just like not used to using that light. But we're gonna use this bronzer and just do some light bronzing. For the blush, ooh, it does melt really well. I'm gonna first start with my finger and then use a brush. Here's the color. Pigmented too. Ooh, it is kind of melting in very well. You see that? It's just like, it's like connecting all of the points that I've used with the contour and the bronzing powder. It's kind of like, I feel like it's melting into all of those. Okay, well, no, there's a spot that it took off some of the foundation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try on this side, I'm gonna try setting it with powder, setting my cheek with powder, and then using that so that we can see the difference between using this product without being set and with being set. And I feel like it has a very, very beautiful glow. Sorry, the lighting isn't the best today. It's a little overcast. And it didn't take a lot of the foundation off, to be honest. It was just like, I think it was the angle of the lighting. I feel like it really did melt into the skin, and it really did create this foolproof application. I wouldn't use a brush, to be honest. I would not use a blush. I feel like it's meant to melt, and you have to use heat when you're working with waxes and oils. You have to use like body heat to kind of melt them. So I kind of feel like I was gonna go in with a brush, like I have this one clean and ready, but I feel like this was... I also wanted to say that if you can see the glow, like the gloss that it gives, the sheen, it's actually really beautiful. Like, it's kind of addicting. I want to get more colors. So that doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't give as much of a glossy effect, but as you can see, it does give, it's like not wearing off the foundation as much. So this is like a winner for me because it works with or without your foundation being set with powder. And to me, that's when a product is a winner, when you can use it both ways, whichever way that you are using for that makeup application that day. So this is like a winner for me, and I'm gonna get some more colors. I think it's really, really pretty. We're gonna move on to this eye look, this very casual soft eye look. I'm going to use a little bit of this matte and an 01 rougher brush, and I'm just gonna blend it out and see if I can recall how well these blend out. I haven't used these in a while. Wow. Is it me or is that beautiful? I think I'm just gonna take my bronzer and buff out the edges. Now we'll take the shimmer. I'm just like so obnoxious. I love playing with paint. I probably don't need that much more, but oh, that's so pretty. I remember this from last time, but after like the shimmer kind of like, I feel like it melts away a little bit. Like, I don't know, it still gives a really pretty glossy look, but it feels almost like it loses its shine a little bit, its shimmer a little bit, if that makes sense. And then it like it ends up looking more glossy and less shimmery. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, it's looking pretty. So now we are going to do Miss Libra Lynn and see how she goes with a neutral look. Very pumpkin-y and really, really gorgeous. So I'm just going to grab from my Belgian waffle palette, I'm going to grab powdered sugar and maybe syrup, we'll see. Okay, well, here's the finished look. I think it looks really pretty. I am now going to give you like my final thoughts on everything, and then I'm going to do like a foundation wear test throughout the rest of the day, and I will include that at the end, how it all ends up looking like later on tonight. But like for right now, what I wanted to say about each product was these. I remember from last time I wasn't crazy about the shimmer formula, but the matte formula is really, really nice, very beautiful. It blended out so smooth and seamless, like a dream. The matte formula. The shimmer formula for me kind of loses its oomph. It loses its power a little bit, unless you let it completely set and then blend, but it bleeds a little bit in my opinion. So that's why blending, you got to be careful with the blending. It would be really beautiful on the lips as a highlighter. So I'm not saying it's a bad product. I'm just saying, like, for using it for the eyeshadow like we did today, you just have to be a little bit familiar with the formula. It's just like fun, like you don't have to worry about fallout on your foundation like we did today. Okay, hello, Libra Lynn is absolutely stunning, super beautiful. In fact, that shimmer might have looked really nice on it. And blush, let's talk about the blush now. My final thoughts on the blush are, obviously it's not strong enough for this lip color because it was more of like a neutral color, and I ended up having to add a little bit more bronzer to kind of counterbalance how light this foundation is also, and how warm I ended up going with the skin color. So if you want something with a lot more pigment, this type of product is not going to be good for that. This, if you want something natural, soft, dewy, glowy, this is the product that you want for that. This is one of those type of products. If you want a cream blush product that is very pigmented, then I don't know, I have to try the rest of the colors, but this one was really, it was very nice, but ooh, that's hard to hold. But I feel like in order to get it very seamless, you would have to keep building it up, in which case that's going to mess up your foundation application. So you just have to be careful with this. And if you're just using a little bit and trying to get that little bit of a flush and like that little bit of a color glow, then this is actually really nice for that. Final thoughts on the foundation before I do some wear testing is, I love how smooth it is. It's very seamless. It's very even. It evened out everything on my skin very much. I am definitely going to get a darker color, and when I want to go super fair, I'm going to use this one. I'm not giving up on that thing. I like it. It was a little bit like, you have to be careful which type of primer that you use. I would suggest using one with a lot of slip because this is a very gripping foundation, and it really did grip onto my primer. So I would recommend using a good slippery primer with this product. And I actually really I really like it so far. It's even, it's making my skin look, because it looks even, it makes it look more clean, I think. I'm just like not used to my foundation being this bright, but it's really pretty. Yeah, so let me just go ahead and update you a little bit with some of the wear testing, and I will see you later. And next time we're gonna do some other products. I have other products coming in, and that will be the next video. So thank you so much for joining me. Stay tuned for the wear testing outros. So this foundation, it's quite a few hours later, and I'm checking in with doing a foundation check in the mirror as I'm Okay, so not too much has changed since the last check-in. I noticed a little bit of cracking still around my lips. That was really the only thing, and a little bit around my chin. It looks like it's not as even anymore there. But as far as like hydration, like it's still, my skin feels hydrated. It doesn't feel dry. I think it's also possible that the reason why it cracked there was because after I did the liquid lip, I rubbed that area off. So it could have just been my, personal error. So it looks great. I think I'm going to recommend you giving this product a try. Perhaps maybe not for very dry skin if you're really concerned or very hypersensitive about feeling too dry. Maybe the talc you won't like that, but if you have oily or normal skin, I think you're gonna like it. Give it a try.